So after lots of compromising, the fire department's union thought they had an agreement they could get passed, but City Council disagreed, voting against it 10-1. That's right, as you can see, this is a winter wonderland for some, but for Portage County maintenance officials, it's a winter nightmare. To my right, there's already snow piled up pretty high from the weather from the last couple of days, and some of the roads haven't been totally cleared, as you see below me. Here at Kent State University, they do a pretty good job of clearing the roads, but it's once you get off campus that it becomes a major concern. And with school starting in just 1 week, it's something Portage County officials aren't taking lightly. The investigation focused on the missing evidence. However, the report said that there were problems with Bracknell Police Department's procedures, specifically with the evidence, where there were problems gathering and archiving, but also with the evidence room, where it was often left wide open and unattended. So after countless workouts, to go with countless hours of preparation both on and off the field, Gus now faces one of the most difficult challenges of his career: waiting. So it seems pretty simple, right? Shovel your sidewalk or pay a fine. The problem is, the city of Kent can't even enforce its own ordinance. Last September, Northeast Ohio faced severe storms injuring dozens of people. One of them, 22-year-old Craig Simmons. After a falling branch seriously injured his head, Craig's outlook was bleak. But Craig refused to give up. Here is his amazing story. Craig Simmons was like any other 22-year-old. His love for chasing girls, country music, and the Cleveland Browns unquestioned. But on a windy September night, his normal life came to a screeching stop. While picking up a date to watch his beloved Browns, Craig was struck by a falling tree branch, seriously injuring his head.
They told us at Metro that with surgery, he had a 15% chance, and without surgery, 0.
Despite the odds, Craig survived, but suffered 2 strokes during the surgery. He was taken to Southern Hills in Middleburg Heights for intense rehab.
He came to us and he didn't even make eye contact. He couldn't use his right side at all. We really didn't have a whole lot of hope for his progress.
Again, Craig beat the odds.
Since that time, he can answer any question you ask him. He sings along to music with us. We've had the wonderful opportunity of getting to see him walk. He took a few steps just last week. He's just made amazing progress.
Although Craig has made amazing progress, he still has a very long road of rehab ahead. But with his amazing attitude and infectious personality, nobody doubts he'll complete the journey.
He's doing everything they didn't think he would do. I mean, the prognosis for him was poor. And everything they told us that he probably wouldn't do, he's doing.
Craig's family has been by his side every step of the way, helping him surpass all expectations.
I think he has a lot more to show us yet. I think he's got something planned for him down the road. I think the good Lord has got something good for him.
As you can see from the video, Craig still has a trachea tube that helps him breathe. He is unable to talk with it, but still is mouthing words to friends and family. Doctors expect to remove the trachea in the next couple of weeks, allowing him to talk again very soon. Snow and ice buildup on sidewalks is making walking difficult in Kent. The city has an ordinance stating residents are to remove snow and ice within 24 hours of a storm. If not, the city can remove it and bill the resident. But you would never know an ordinance exists walking on some of Kent's sidewalks. Kent City Councilman Rick Hawksley, an avid walker, says the buildup on the sidewalks has been a problem for many years.
As someone who walks everywhere, it's aggravating. You take your life into your hands by walking around town.
So it seems pretty simple, right? Shovel your sidewalk or pay a fine. The problem is, the city of Kent can't even enforce its own ordinance. According to a 1986 ruling from the Supreme Court of Ohio, a homeowner has no common law duty to remove or make less hazardous a natural accumulation of ice and snow on private sidewalks or walkways on the homeowner's premises. Jim Silver, law director for the city of Kent, says this ruling makes Kent's ordinance unenforceable.
I think writing criminal citations for the removal of natural accumulations of snow and ice is not feasible thanks to the Supreme Court.
The snow and ice is even forcing some residents to walk on the streets, which scares Hawksley.
I'm really terrified that someone's going to get killed walking in the street. There are a lot of places where that's the only recourse.
Reporting for Kent News Net, I'm Aaron Martin. The economy has put the city of Elyria in a tough spot, forcing cuts across the board. so it came as no surprise when 10 firefighters were laid off by the city in March. But instead of letting their co-workers become unemployed, the firefighters union negotiated a deal with the mayor.
They had given back some bonuses and extra incentive pay that we had to the tune of around $250,000. Our guys were willing to go ahead and give that up if we could save these layoffs.
So after lots of compromising, the fire department's union thought they had an agreement they could get passed. But City Council disagreed, voting against it 10-1. Elyria Mayor William Grace negotiated the original contract with the union, but said one clause ultimately killed it.
The provision that council ultimately rejected was committing to no layoffs further within the fire department. Given the declining revenues that we're still experiencing, we believe it's too difficult to be able to honor that commitment of no layoffs.
That means pink slips for firefighters like Jeremy Lombardo. He got his today. He was hired just 5 months ago.
When we got hired in, we were told, it was in lieu of the levy they had to pass, and if the levy passed, our jobs were secured. Well, the levy passed, and then now we're getting laid off.
To add insult to injury, the city of Lorain just came to an agreement with its firefighters to prevent layoffs.
It seems kind of ironic that only a couple miles away, it's they're toting them as the heroes there, and that somehow we're back in getting layoff notices again.